that turns 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, I can't believe these are 10. We got 21 Jump Street, which is the R-rated film reboot of the classic TV series, which of course starred Johnny Depp back in the days. This one pretty much paired off the likes of Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, who decides to join this secret Jump Street unit, and they use their like youthful experience to go undercover as high school students. And I gotta say, this movie is so fun. 22 Jump Street, like, I probably prefer 22 Jump Street over the first one, but the first film is so fun. The chemistry between both Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum are both amazing to watch. You of course have Ice Cube, who is so awesome in this movie. You had a cool cameo by Johnny Depp, which was cool to look at. You had Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson. I remember watching this one in theaters. I had such a fun time with it. It was so entertaining, fun, raunchy, really funny. Dave Franco was also in this. Rob Riggle. I mean, you got some who's of actors featuring in this, and it's a really awesome one. If you guys ever seen 21 Jump Street, go watch it. It's such a really fun gem. All right, now other film turning 10, all more hidden gems of mine. We got the Spanish-based comedy Casa De Mi Padre. Now, this is a comedy that stars the likes of Will Ferrell, Gael Garcia Bernal, and Diego Luna. I'll be talking about those two here in a second. Now, this is pretty much like a spoof, if you will, of the classic Spanish theme films. Now you got Will Ferrell, who plays Armando, whose younger brother Raul, played by Diego Luna, returns to the family ranch with his beautiful fiancee Sonia, played by Janice Rodriguez, and promises to fix his financial problems. And here you got Gael Garcia Bernal, who plays the drug lord in Mexico, Onza, who declares war on Raul and the rest of the family here. It's a really fun one. You also had Nick Offerman, who was also in 21 Jump Street. So when I saw this movie, I had a bit of double feature with Nick Offerman here. But it is a really cool one. It's majority of it is in Spanish, but they're all like English speaking in this too. I mean, Will Ferrell is so fun in this. He plays his part really well. I mean, whoever knew that Will Ferrell could speak Spanish perfectly? I mean, come on there. But it's a really underrated Will Ferrell gem in my opinion. If you guys have not seen Casa de Mi Padre, do yourself go watch it. It's a really fun film. Alright, we also got a movie called Jeff Who Lives at Home, which is a really cool one. It is actually from the Duplass brothers, who always has made some really cool stuff over the years. And it stars Jason Segel, who pretty much leaves his mother's basement to buy a wood glue at store, and he also looks for a sign from the universe to determine his past. And he ends up pretty much cross pathing with his family, including his brother, played by Ed Helms. You also had Susan Sarandon was also in this film. It is a really funny, heartfelt film about trying to find yourself and everything, trying to grow up. And Jason Segel and Ed Helms both played brothers perfectly in this. Susan Sarandon was great. Forgot, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. Forgot who else was in this. Lots of really cool folks, but it's a really fun little film. Alright, now this is a big one. Film's turning 20. Holy cow. We got Ice Age. Now, of course, we just had the god awful Ice Age spin off, if you will, Buck Adventures, whatever that thing was called. That was horrible. But the original Ice Age, come on, just holds up. You got Ray Romano, Dennis Leary, no, Queen Latifah was the second. Jack Black was even in this. I just adore the first Ice Age. It's so fun, cute, charming. I mean, it was also, the one of the few other animated films to get nominated for the animated category here. I believe it lost out to Spirited Away, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a really fun one. It's so awesome, entertaining, all around. Yeah, I just love Ice Age. The sequels are pretty good too, but nothing beats the original. Let's be real here. Alright. Also turning 20, we got the first Resident Evil. Just like Ice Age, the first Resident Evil also was the start of a franchise. Now, the first Resident Evil, I believe, was actually directed by Paul Thomas. Paul W.S. Anderson. Totally different Anderson there. And of course, you had Mila Jovovich was in this, based on a very popular Capcom game. I mean, the first Resident Evil, was one of the films that really paved the way for more film adaptations of video games. Then we end up having Laura Croft Tomb Raider down the line and a few other stuff. And Mila Jovovich, I think she's great as a Ralph Alice. She really plays that part perfectly. It's a really fun film in my opinion, and not really bad first installment. The sequels aren't as great, but the first film is a little better in my opinion. And to be honest, it is one of the better movies based on video games. So there's that. Also, 2020, we got the Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro classic Showtime. Now, this is pretty much a film where like this no-nonsense LAPD detective played by Robert De Niro is forced to star in a reality-based television show with this actor turned LAPD patrolman played by Eddie Murphy, and they find themselves turned upside down by this powerful producer played by Rene Russo. It's not that great of a film, but it's actually a really fun early 2000s action comedy bias. Eddie Murphy, Robert De Niro, those who really play off each other well. Directed by Tom Day, had some really fun laughs in this one. It's not a bad little film here. Now, other films turning 20. I just talked about Friends with Kids last week. Another movie turning 20 that has Jennifer Westfeldt in it is Kissing Jessica Stein. Now, this movie, of course, had Jessica Westfeldt. It was one of the earliest films that even had John Hamm in it. Now, here she plays the title role of Jessica, who ends up pretty much fall for like this funky downtown hipster named Alan Cooper, played by Heather Jurgensen. And they pretty much ends up like it's a romantic comedy about two women kind of fall for each other, and you don't really get that more often. And this is like one of the earliest romantic films with two women together, and it's a really decent, cute, charming film. Jennifer Westfeldt and Heather both had great chemistry. I mean, it's a shame that Jennifer Westfeldt doesn't. She actually was married to John Hamm, if I'm not mistaken. But she doesn't really do as much as she used to. Like, I've always quite liked her, and she was really cute, charming in this. Really played the romantic comedy lead perfectly here. Not a bad little film, in my opinion. All right. Now, speaking of Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna, another film turning 20. I always mispronounce this name because it's a Spanish name, and that is Tu Mama Tambien. Now, this movie is, of course, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who gave us movies like Roma, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Gravity, and everything. And I don't really watch a lot of foreign movies, to be honest with you, but this is actually one of the few foreign movies that I actually did quite enjoy. Diego Luna and Gael Garcia Bernal both had great chemistry in this. I usually always thought that they were brothers at one point, but they really play off each other perfectly here. The one who plays the lead in this, the female lead, Maribel Verba, I think her name is. She was great. Now, this is the lives of Julio and Tanuj, who ends a coming of age story where where they play like the 17-year-old who also falls for this beautiful woman here too. So there's like a bit of a threesome that ends up happening in this too. But it's a really nice little film. I mean, lots of people really rave about Roma, but to be honest, I actually prefer this movie over Roma. Roma was just a ball fest in my opinion. But this is maybe one of Prison of Azkaban is probably still my favorite Alfonso Cuarón movie. But if I had to say my second favorite, I'll probably go with Tu Mama Tambien. It's a really nice film. It is very erotic at times. Very risque here, but it's a really cool little film if you guys ever seen it. But that's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, I'm going to put down 21 Jump Street because that movie is so awesome. And the 20-year one, obviously, I'm going to say Ice Age. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Samuel signing off.